Alright, so I'm watching the news, and I see that Ben Affleck has been cast as a new Batman. I was like, what? That pretty boy's Batman? You gotta be kidding me. But that didn't upset me like it did other people. See, you got all these comic book nerds right now. They're out there, they're just throwing shit fits and tantrums going, Ben Affleck is the new Batman. It's so horrible. We finally get a Superman voice in Batman movie, and they're gonna cast Ben Affleck as Batman. Oh, for crying out loud. Grow you a pair. Calm down. Quit having kittens. Get your panties out of the rough. Now, I'm not saying Ben Affleck's the best person you want as Batman. Maybe he's not the worst. And he might surprise you. I'm thinking he might be the Daniel Craig of Batman. You see, when you look at Batman, you can compare it to the James Bond series. You got a bunch of actors playing one character, right? You know, an established series. So, let's start it out with Adam West. Now, he was not the first Batman, right? But nobody cares about all the people who played Batman in the 1920s serials, right? They're all just the Barry Nelson Batman. Adam West, he's the Sean Connery Batman, right? He's the one that established that role that people want to see other Batman movies. What with his, riding around the Batmobile, hanging out with Robin, fighting with things that go kapow and kablam, right? The bat signal, the whole 9 yards of Batman. You owe it all, I think, to Adam West's performance. He's the Sean Connery, like I said. There was one guy who played James Bond before Sean Connery, Barry Nelson. You don't think of Barry Nelson when you think of the first Bond. You think of Sean Connery because what he brought to that role, right? With that action of hers. So moving along with Batman. So we get Adam West. He's Batman for just ages. That's whenever you think of Batman, you think of Adam West. Along comes Michael Keaton with Tim Burton's movie. And I'd say that this is kind of where it breaks apart from the Bonds. See, he's not the next Bond, George Lazenby. No. Far from it. He's more Roger Moore. Michael Keaton is the Roger Moore of Batman. In the sense that, he didn't exactly re-spark, interest in that Batman, but he kept it going. People liked his performance as Bruce Wayne in Batman. He gave one hell of a performance. Then you're moving on to Val Kilmer. He's the Timothy Dalton of Batman. He didn't do that bad of a job. It's just, you don't remember him as Batman. Just the way, Timothy Dalton didn't do a bad job as Bond, but you kind of forget that he played Bond. Then you get George Clooney, who is the George Lazenby of fucking Batman. That fucking Batman and Robin, Jesus Christ, what a shit fest. See, that's where I can understand you comic book nerds. You're worried that Ben Affleck's going to be the next George Clooney Batman. I don't know. Maybe he will. I'm thinking he's Daniel Craig. But before that, we got to talk about Christian Bale, the Pierce Brosnan of Batman. Once again, after a bit of a hiatus, they get another Batman movie, just like they got another Bond movie. This time it's Christian Bale playing Batman. Plays it in a completely different way than any other Batman before. Really dark, right? Everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people, they at least respect Christian Bale's as Batman. Now, you got the Superman versus Batman movie, and they've decided they're not going to use Christian Bale. How can you have this other person playing Batman when you just got used to this guy playing him, right? Same way with Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig. It'd only been a few years after that last fucking James Bond film that Pierce Brosnan made, they decided they're going to recast with Daniel Craig, reboot it. And that's what you have. You need a Daniel Craig Batman. Because you can't use the Christian Bale Batman as Superman versus Batman. Because that was, the Batman, Christian Bale, and the Christopher Nolan trilogy. He was his own Batman in his own universe, and there was no Metropolis, and there was no Superman, and there was no Daily Planet, none of that garbage. So you can't actually work him into this new universe where it has Superman. It'd just be forced. You'd have, and let's look at the storyline. Last time we saw Batman, he was fucking physically and mentally drained. He had his back broken by Bane, so I don't see him fighting crime. At least not some godlike Superman, right? So, you can't work that in. Let's face it, Batman was dead in that universe. He faked his death. That's both as Batman and as Bruce Wayne. So how can you put him in this new Superman movie? You can't. You need a new Batman. And this is why I think Ben Affleck might be that new Batman. Because you don't want the Christian Bale Batman again. Why do you want a mopey, dorpy, conflicted, whiny, crying little Batman again? You're already going to get that with Superman. Did you not see Man of Steel? He's my people are dead, and I have abandonment issues, and I have issues with who I really am, and I have to go find myself. This is going to carry on to the next film. You're already going to have the whiny, conflicted guy. Why not have someone who's cool and takes charge? A new Batman. And that's probably where Pretty Boy comes in. I don't know if he'll pull it off, but I'm just saying, let's not jump the gun. We could be seeing the Daniel Craig of Batman.